Hey guys, welcome back to another Cultured Boys discussion. I'm Pepe and I'm joined by Nathan. And today I'm introducing Nathan to the world of Gintama. Yay! not kind of
Yeah.
like he's read the manga before anyway, but this time we're going a slightly different route. And we're not actually going from the main series, we are going from the spin-off series, Gintama, Mr. Ginpachi's Zany class. How are you, Nathan?
I'm okay. It's technically the second time you're introducing me to Gintama because you also introduced me to the original series.
Yeah, I lent you the first volume of the manga like way back when we first met, but I don't think you read much after that. I think, and for those that don't know, comedy, anime, and manga really isn't Nathan's thing majority of the time. There might be one or two outliers, but like this is a different thing. I also have never like apparently the Mr. Kinpachi's Zany class was also a a light novel series or something like that. They mentioned they said that at the
Yes.
start of the episode, but like I didn't actually know that at all. I've only read and watched Gintama, and that is the only thing. So I've never actually seen this spin-off before. I just saw a couple months back, Gintama's coming out with a new anime and it's a spin-off, so it's not like I have to like carry on from where I left off in the anime. I can just start again in this thing. And for while I'm doing it, I'd say what, Nathan, let's see if you're up for watching it as well. And that's how this episode came about. Right. Before we get any further, Nathan, do you want to give the breakdown of what this is?
Sure, no problem. So, Gintama, Mr. Ginpachi Zany class, or 3Z Ginpachi Sensei. Don't really know why they needed to change that. But anyway, created by Hideaki Sorachi, animated by Bandai Namco Pictures, aired October 7th, 2025 to present. Class is in session, and it's out of control. Sakata Ginpachi teaches Gintama High School's Class 3Z, a ragtag bunch of idol otakus, stalkers, male guzzlers, sadists, and more. Fights break out, rules are ignored, and sanity is optional. Every day spirals into chaos, but Ginpachi somehow survives it all with nonchalance and almost zero effort. When the bell rings, chaos begins. Thank you, Crunchyroll.
After quite a lot of quite short synopsises in the past, this
Yeah.
one feels like, wow, this is quite a long one.
Yeah.
And it's accurate. I mean, yeah, it breaks down the whole thing accurately. That is
I mean,
the
like,
series.
the thing is with this series is I feel like you could get away with one of those super short, vague ones that's just like Mr. Ginpachi teaches a class, and then leave it at that, or this, which
Mhm.
equally describes the series and also tells you nothing. Like,
Yeah. I mean, because realistically, because it's a comedy series as well,
yeah,
like there isn't like a mad overarching plot with it either. It is mainly like what feels like a sketch show anime, and it's to be anticipated from something like this as well. This
Mm,
doesn't, as far as I'm aware anyway. How many episodes have you watched, by the way, Nathan?
3.
You watched 3. I've watched 4. So so it's, you can kind of tell right now where we're at in the story. There's not like an overarching there isn't like a big over, it's just a bunch of sketches, a bunch of scenarios, sitcom style, like episode of the week kind of thing. And that's
Mm,
to be anticipated from this spin-off. Even Gintama was like that when it did its comedy segments. Like when it had its battle arc segments, like where it would go for like 30 episodes or 30 or 50 chapters solely dedicated to battle arcs, it would do that, but then it would go back to you kind of chapter of the week comedy bits every now and then. That was the great thing about Gintama. It would always switch it up and you'd never
mhm.
know what you're getting with it. Whereas this is like feeling like quite like, okay, look, this is the comedy segment of it. This is pure comedy from Gintama, basically in the most Gintama way.
Yeah.
But uh how did you feel watching it, Nathan? 3 episodes. I tell you what, I'm quite surprised that you've done the 3 episodes, because I was watching. I was like, this could be something which he watches 1 episode of and is like, I can't be asked anymore. I'm switching off.
I'm not gonna lie, the only reason it was 3 was because I left it on in the background as I edited the last episode. So,
Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. So.
so you're not wrong. I watched the first episode. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
Gintama. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. That was it, really. I was like, yep, it's Gintama and it's wacky and random, and I was like, yeah, I get it. I don't need to see anymore, but I just left it on because it was just
Yeah.
something to do,
Hmm.
some extra noise to keep my brain concentrated. It's fine. I didn't I
Yeah.
wouldn't watch it again, for
Yeah,
example.
no, okay. And I feel like this is the one thing with Gintama anyway. I feel like I could say as much as possible, oh Nathan, you gotta watch it, you gotta check it out. And I feel like you would actually really enjoy some of like the battle and all those kind of
Yeah,
arcs as well. I
I
feel like that would actually be right because it is samurai at the end of the day. It is like not only is it battles, it's also mad emotional storylines as well. I feel like you would really, but I think it's the comedy which I don't think you would actually you're
I
not
did
really vibing with as much.
I did enjoy some of Gintama. Again, I
Hmm.
didn't get super far. I probably only read like, I don't know, 15-ish chapters, give or take.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
like I didn't read a whole lot, but I did enjoy what I read of the original series. But this one is definitely, at least where it is right now, I'm like, I'm good. I don't
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the type of comedy series I don't enjoy because it's just kind of like wacky for the sake of comedy, just like haha, all
Mhm.
random, and it's like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
It is proper sketch show comedy. I think that's like why it is so different to Gintama as well. Like I feel one thing though that I wanted to ask, like, how did you watch this? Was it sub or dub? Did you watch it?
Dub again because it was on in the background, so I just wanted to be able to hear it.
Right, yeah. I think it's like I think it is also one of the things. There's a bit of backstory as well. Before we decided to watch this episode, I did watch the first two episodes in dub as
Mm.
well. And I found weirdly that I couldn't get into it as much. Like even though like I'm a big comedy fan and stuff like that, because some of the references that Gintama makes are so deep cut Japanese references
Mm.
as well to like Japanese bands. Like there's constant Dragon Ball references in this. I
Yeah,
think they make a Dragon Ball reference every episode as well.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
so
threw me off. But anyone who knows roughly anything about Gintama knows they always reference something.
yeah. And it is known as like the parody anime, like the
Yeah.
and to most it is probably the biggest comedy anime like for the people that are into that kind of like
Mm.
knowledgeable of that kind of thing. And it's known for just parodying parody parry how do you even say that? Parodying. Parodying? That doesn't sound right. Something doesn't sound right that. Par
I think it is
parody?
parodying.
Par it doesn't sound right.
Just okay,
Par-
just
you know what I mean?
parody.
Yeah, you know what it feels like. It's like that meme, like in the beginning, in the beginning. I feel like I'm having a stroke right now.
From my point of view,
I
it
feel
sounds like it.
yeah. Parry, parodying. It still doesn't sound right. Regardless, it's known for that shit. I'm having a breakdown. But
Oh my god.
it's like anything that anyone knows about Gintama is that it's a massive parody anime as
Yeah.
well. It references so many things, and I mean, in the first episode, I think it was like even within the first 2 minutes. They like say, "Oh, this is basically Gintama GT."
Yeah.
Where it's like they make like a GT reference straight away. They
They
apologize
also
to
yeah.
Toriyama
I was gonna
Sensei.
say they apologize to Toriyama Sensei because they're just like, ah man, we're like stealing his work.
Yeah. And it's like, and I mean, it immediately taps into what Gintama is famous for with its comedy. And I feel like most people that haven't even watched Gintama just see this and believe like they don't know what it's about. They just know that it parodies a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't I didn't even know this thing existed.
Yeah.
Like literally the only reason I knew this existed was because when I was in Japan, I was walking around and I saw a
Mm,
Gintama standee, and I was like, "Oh, I'll take a picture and send it to Pepe," because I was just like, "Haha,
yeah.
Gintama, he'll love that." And
Yeah.
then I even sent with like the caption, "Don't know what this is, but here you go."
Yeah, yeah. And it is mad that like you were out there basically as the series launched. So it was like Gintama has had this kind of thing where the anime's been on and off. Like it gets a season every now and then. Like
Mm,
before, like it was like a continuous one. Like it was a series that would just continuously run. Like anime used to like a lot of long running anime used to do back in the day. Like back in 2008 or whatever,
mhm,
2007, there were animes that used to just go week to week to week to
yeah,
week. There wasn't a season kind of thing. But then, yeah, Gintama eventually switched over to that model, and it was like, yeah, we're gonna make it a seasonal anime, and eventually the manga ended back in the late 2010s. Loads of different like things went on there, and yeah, here we are today with the spin-off. I feel like the anime did give the proper ending as well. I'd never really caught up to the anime in the end. Like there was certain arcs which I believe did really well with it,
mhm,
but like those are like the major battle arcs as well. That was like where because when Gintama ended, it was really battle focused. Because I think that's where the way they drew the conclusion to it.
fair.
They did include some like comedy bits as well towards the end, but it was mainly like the big battle thing. Like most shonen anime and most shonen
I
series
remember
would end
when
like
it
that.
was ending was a big deal, like the main series, because I remember people, like the internet was talking about it a lot, obviously, because it's like you said, it was a long running series that
Yeah.
is also like, oh man, we're not gonna have this thing anymore.
It was like a jump staple,
I feel like
realistically,
a lot of the
because
big series, yeah, it was. It was one of the lesser talked ones, though, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
it really
everyone,
was. Yeah.
everyone always talks about, like the big three era,
Hmm.
and like that thinking is dying out now. But there was a period where like Gintama was like the backbone of Jump, really, and like
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
it's never. I feel like it's never really had that same sort of acclaim as like a Dragon Ball or a Naruto or a One Piece or even Bleach. You know what I mean?
Nah.
Like even Toriko got counted at one point as like
Yeah,
a
it's
big
true.
series, which in its own right it was. But I'm like Gintama feels like it was way bigger than Toriko, not just because it lasted way longer.
Gintama, like, I mean, that's the one thing. Like, bear in mind, Gintama finished in the, like, again, like mid to late 2010s, and it started early 2000s. It started roughly around the same time that Bleach did. And I think it ended after Bleach though.
Yeah.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, that might not be right. But it was a Jump staple. It was one of those series that was like, hey, like it may never have picked up at all in the West because again, the references in it are so niche as well. They're
I
so
suppose,
like
yeah.
Japan fixated, and I think they even did release quite a few manga volumes in the West, but they stopped. I'd probably because of low sales, and I think it was because of low sales. Um, and like it's the same with Reborn as well. They never finished that either. Like, it all just came down to just no sales in the West. That's what it was. And I mean, the anime didn't even get a dub. Let's put it that way. Like for one of the biggest animes out there, like it didn't get a dub until they did a movie once, which the anime movie released over here for a bit. Like only on DVD. It was never like a cinema release or anything like that.
Mm.
It did get a dub, which I found quite weird because again I had to mention this before that I've watched the dub of this because I couldn't. No, sorry, I watched the sub of this because I can't get on board with the Gintama dub half as much. I don't think it is anywhere near as funny. They do the best they can with it.
Mm.
They really
Okay.
do, but realistically, the dub is so much better. The delivery on the lines because you have realistically hugely acclaimed voice actors in the series as
Mm.
well. So obviously, Gintoki is voiced by the same person that voices Joseph in JoJo's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's quite funny when you like if you've played J Stars before, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like if you choose Gintoki on one side and Joseph on the other, they start talking together, and it's like, "Hey, why are you saying this thing in my voice?" And it's quite a fun comedic back and forth there.
I
But then you've got the voice actor of Zoro, who
probably never processed that.
yeah,
Huh.
the voice actor of Zoro is in this as well. He plays Higi Shikata. Again, quite a like quite a stoic voice, and then playing just absolutely wacky mayonnaise drinking man is like his role. And then you even have the voice actor behind Dio and much else. He plays Takasugi, who is the main villain of Gintama.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, and that like he's there's all those lines as well, which get delivered in like just ridiculous ways. And it's I think this anime, watching back at it, is like, it's that guy, it's the Leonardo DiCaprio meme, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
that voice actor, it's that voice actor. Like watching any Funimation dub, be like, it's him, it's him. It's like there's just so many iconic voice actors in it, like, but it's from a Japanese dub point of view as well, which I think is really special with that. But going back to Ginpachi's zany class, I can understand why it isn't your thing as well. There's certain elements of this as well, in comedy wise, which I'm not even sure I'm completely vibing with as well.
Fair.
Don't get me wrong, I am a huge Gintama fan, but what I really liked about Gintama's comedy was the situational thing in it, and this is very grounded in a classroom,
Mm.
and it means that they can only play out quite school specific scenarios. Whereas in Gintama, because it was set in the future and there was aliens, there was all sorts, like you could pretty much think of anything and put in that scenario. I feel like and there's also mixed with samurai and like ninjas, there's all this sort of thing, and it's playing that out and making those references. It still carries on with those references, which is what Gintama arguably, like, people argue it does best. But there's something about it which I'm not completely sold on.
I feel like though this is like you were saying before though that this is just early days.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm sure it's grounded to the school setting now, but like from what I know of a Gintama and this kind of comedy, like I can't imagine it's gonna always stay school. Like I'm sure there's gonna be situations where like it's tangentially related to a school and it's just because like
Yeah.
characters are there. Because I mean like there was what in episode 3 there was that whole like talk show interview bit. So it's like
Yeah. Yeah.
they've already started doing like, it's not, it's only still related to everything, quote unquote, because it's the characters that
Mm,
go to school, like,
yeah.
but they don't necessarily have to do the whole school bit. But like, I mean, from what I can tell, all the characters are there. I mean, the principal is an alien thing, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
no, you're right.
I don't
You're right. Yeah, no, you're
really.
correct. No,
I
you are
literally
no,
don't
you're
know
I think that's
any of the
enough.
characters except for the main
That's
3.
enough.
That's it. I don't know anyone else. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I think that was another thing when I was watching it. I was like, Nathan's gonna watch this and have zero context for any of these characters. He's gonna watch like something like there's a demon sitting in the back of the class, and I was like,
Didn't understand
that's
that.
a very yeah. It's such a thing that like I mean, even in Gintama itself, that character didn't get introduced like at least like until like 200 chapters in or something like that.
Wow.
So, and it's like it's a character that basically moves in next door to him, and they're scared that it's basically a demon or like an alien which is going to eat them. But it's just the most passive demon ever. It's a big misunderstanding
I
sort of thing.
see. I
It just
see.
runs a flower shop and he just wants to live a peaceful life. But because he has the scary face and doesn't say anything, it's that misunderstanding
The
character.
whole the whole thing was kind of confusing in the first episode because once it they finished up with the first gag and it moved
Yeah.
into the classroom and all these characters just start doing stuff, but there's
Yeah.
no explanation or anything. I wouldn't expect it, right?
Yeah.
But like, there's just all these characters that are already just because they're from another series. They just established, just
Of course.
recontextualized, and
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't get any. Like, there's like, oh, the one guy who's like really into the girl, she's like strong and tough and she doesn't care, and there's the guy
Mhm.
that drinks mayo, and like there's all these other
Yeah.
characters, and I was like, I don't understand. I was like, oh, there's the guy with the
Yeah.
glasses, and there's the like other
Yeah.
girl from the covers. I'm like, I know these ones, I know those two,
Yeah.
and then it's like I don't remember at one point. I think it's episode 2, maybe. I was like, oh, there's the big
Mhm.
dog, and then it was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, there's the penguin,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, cool. That's about it. I don't know anyone else.
It's it's a really tough sell for someone that hasn't watched Gintama before. I think that is it's a really and I can acknowledge that. I think I even realized it when I was watching it. I was like, this how much of this is Nathan gonna get, and how much is he even going? It was like the cards are stacked against this when introducing you to this. I'll put it that
I
way.
mean, it was worth a try. You never know though, because like
Yeah,
sometimes it's
yeah.
like a spin-off series of something might just
Mhm,
be the thing because it's just like maybe it explains characters in a different way, and you're like, oh, okay,
mhm.
I get what they're all about. But I mean, thinking about it, it's Gintama and a comedy. The situation of just confusing the shit out of people is comedy in itself. So
Yeah.
like, I would never expect them to be like, this is this person and they do this and that
Yeah,
and
yeah.
this. Like, it's just not what it's about. You know what I mean? Like,
Nah.
it's zany even in its situation because it's just like super crazy and it's like, haha, we don't explain anything about anyone and you just have to know or don't know. I don't care.
Yeah, and it could. That's one thing from your point of view. It could have just been, I. This is just how it is, and
Yeah,
that's it. Like, I completely get it. Like, and there's certain references as well, like Shinpachi's obsessed with this idol kind of thing, and
yeah.
that's set up like in
I
a really early days thing in the series.
I sort of
But
remember that
like,
a
yeah,
little,
it,
sort of, but
yeah,
like it was like one of those things. I was like, came from the deep recesses of my brain. Like
Mm-mm.
it got dusted off all of a sudden because it happened, and I was like, "Whoa, I don't know why that feels familiar, but I guess it
Yeah.
does."
It is. There's certain bits of it which I'm sure like are proper. Again, you haven't probably ingested any Gintama stuff for a while, like in terms of
No,
yeah. So there are probably parts of it you're like, oh damn, yeah, that's a thing. Like that exact like you said, the three characters like Shinpachi, Kagura, and Gintoki. You probably know some of those, but there's so many other like random things which might have been introduced as a side character in like chapter whatever, like like 7 or something, and you're like, oh yeah, I kind of remember this, but you wouldn't remember the full scenario because again, it's been so long.
I mean, I was. That's the thing. Gintama has always been one of those. I'm like, I'll get to it. I will. But
Yeah,
when you're like, it's long, but you're like, at the time especially, it was like, it's still going.
yeah,
It'll be fine. It's always gonna be there. And then
yeah.
now it's kind of like, I mean, yes, it's there, but not really. And now I'm like,
But
fuck.
this is one. This is the one thing with it. It's quite hard to go back to that unless you watch the episodes on Crunchyroll. That's the only way you can really get Gintama these days. It's not even on the Manga Plus app or anything like that.
Mm,
Like considering like again what we were saying about the Jump pillars back then, like Bleach, One Piece, Naruto, all of those are there on the Jump app. But Gintama being the legacy series that it is, where that ran for over 10 years, like it
that's
it's
interesting.
nowhere to be found. It's mad, isn't it? Like there just hasn't got its flowers like in the West. But and every the thing is, like when most people see Gintama, like again, very like it is very opinion based. Like again, I don't know if you would love it as much as I love it.
Well, I don't think I'd ever love it as much as you love it.
No, no, it is my number one series. To be fair, that like I think like sticking with it for so long, I thought it was like I think it's a masterpiece. But I don't know if like it let's put it this way: people that watch Gintama absolutely love it, and they say it's like the best comedy series out there. But I also think it's a very One Piece scenario where do I start with Gintama? Oh, I have to go back and watch the first episode and watch what is it like over 200 to 300 episodes.
Hmm.
It's a big undertaking. You can, I mean, it's doable. It's more doable than One Piece, and some might
Yeah.
say, but but it's a lot, and it's a lot to ask for someone to get into it at this point in time. And it's something that like they would never do a remake of it at this point either, because Like, why would you? This is why they're doing a spin-off of the Gintama
I
series. And
mean,
clearly, yeah.
never say never. We are seeing a lot of strange things happen recently, and
Mm,
I'm not saying oh, Gintama is gonna come back like this year or whatever, but I mean, I genuinely would say never. We've seen remakes of things and like continuations, so like I don't know. Maybe it's in the cards in the future. Maybe it's not.
mm,
Who's to say?
yeah. No, you're right. It could be there could be an opportunity for it at some point. I mean, I'd love it. I'd love it if it did get like a remake or remaster and was regularly uploaded. I probably would absolutely be like, okay, this is the easiest way for me to start again because it's
Mm,
so like the first episode of the anime is so far back, like mid 2000s. Like, there's a lot there, and and I think one thing I struggle with the Gintama anime as well, whenever I try and restart it, I forget that it's like the first 2 episodes are technically filler episodes, which is so mad because
the hell?
they don't start the anime until episode 3, and that's where the series kicks in because the first 2 episodes are doing this whole, hey, we're introducing you to all the cast and we go do a
Oh,
skit at
okay.
the start of it. So they introduce everyone, all the big characters. At that point, Gintama in the manga had established so many different cast members and characters that it was like, hey, look, they had a wide range to use, but they also showcase them in those first 2 episodes. But I'm also not exactly a fan of that. I love how Gintama started in the manga, and I think that's how it could have been done, but
That's
that's
such
a
a
whole other situation.
Gintama thing to do
It
as well,
is.
though.
It is.
Like
So,
the first two episodes aren't even canon. It's got
yeah,
not even really from the actual source material, and they're just like okay, whatever.
but I think what Gintama anime does best, like the voice actors really bring life to those characters as well. That is like one thing that Gintama anime is brilliant at. The gags are delivered brilliantly in it, like, and it's so hard. It's just one of those things. It's so hard to recommend to someone, but it is for what it is. It is a great series. It's always that thing. Give it time. You'll enjoy it. And it's like, how much does someone give it? How much
Well,
patience
I
do you have to
mean,
get into the
from the
series? You
sounds of
know.
it, you can't recommend it anyway because it's not accessible. Not in a, not even in a. Oh, it's just, I don't know if people. It sounds like you just can't get it.
Yeah, you can watch it on Crunchyroll. So you can give the first like it has I think Crunchyroll actually uploaded like all quite a lot of the episodes, but I think there's a gap somewhere.
Oh
So
damn!
I'm not in but that's the annoying part of it because I think at one point Crunchyroll started uploading episodes from like 190 or something like that because they didn't have access to the early episodes, and then at one point they did. So then they chucked it on afterwards. So it was like that. It's all like majority of it is on there now, but I don't know
Hmm.
to what extent it is. So
Interesting. Hmm.
yeah,
Well, it's not. It's not like I haven't recently, especially in very modern times, within the last year or two, just sort of picked up a new series and then watched
yeah,
the entire thing. Like
yeah.
I never.
I mean, yeah, you did watch all of Hunter x Hunter. To be fair,
I
and that
watched.
was like a
Well,
hundred and something
I watched all
episodes,
of
wasn't it?
Hunter x
Like,
Hunter. I watched all of Overlord. I've watched all of Slime Isekai.
oh wow, you watch all of it.
Yeah, like I literally like all three of them. I've just like
Oh
binged.
wow.
I've caught up to 5-4, so I'm like, I mean, okay, 5-4 is different. That's something I've
Yeah, because
experienced
that you
before,
knew.
but like,
Yeah.
it's it's not unheard of that I've sort of just picked up a new thing and just like
Mm,
watched the whole thing. Especially
yeah.
if it's like
Interesting.
sometimes it's like if it's long, even if I'm not super into it, I might watch the whole thing just because it's like plenty of background noise that I don't have to think about. Oh, I did next
Yeah.
video or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, especially when I'm working, it's
Yeah.
like real good to have a series on in the background because it's just it will constantly keep going. I don't have to like look up every I don't know 20 minutes to an
Yeah.
hour. Like, oh, got to pick another thing. Oh
I mean, you
god,
could get it is all sub though on the Gintama anime, so and
damn.
it's one of those things like I don't I don't think you'll be able to.
No,
I think there is
not
a
with
dub somewhere. Like
working.
I think there actually is. I think they have actually dubbed like the early days episodes, but I think it might be like a Funimation only thing. You know, like the fact that like One Piece is on Crunchyroll, but none of it's
Yeah,
dubbed.
but like,
I think it's the same thing. Yeah, I think it's
what
the
a
same
strange
thing.
situation though, because isn't by this point Funimation is Crunchyroll, is it not?
Yeah, I think it's a UK thing. I think it is solely a
It
UK
must be a
like
licensing thing. It's,
Yeah,
stupid
so
business.
it's ridiculous, man. Yeah, but yeah, but going back to Ginpachi Zany Class, I think for any Gintama fan that's out there, I think I would recommend giving it a shot. You might really enjoy it. I don't know if it's complete. I don't think I'm completely sold on it just yet, but I might try and keep with it and see where I go, because I do love that we're just getting more Gintama content. So I would recommend that. Nathan, as a new fan, not even a fan, as a new viewer to the series, do you think you could and this is the main thing though, because obviously you're not a comedy fan, and also you haven't like watching very minimal Gintama and reading very minimal Gintama. Would you recommend this to anyone that hasn't watched Gintama before?
I don't think I could recommend it to the vast majority of people.
Mm-hmm.
If you are into that kind of very low random kind of comedy where things just happen and you're fine with not fully grasping the character histories that are clearly there
Mm-hmm.
but not ever explained, then this is for you. Go ahead, like 100%. But it is definitely one of those where I'm like, right, I need to play a game of 20 questions with you. There's some prerequisites before I say
It's
go
so
and watch
true,
it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I need you to take a personality quiz before I go and fucking recommend it to you, which in itself
yeah.
is, I feel
Mhm.
like, kind of appropriate for the series because it's just like a really random thing. Like, hey, would you recommend this anime? Right, so fill out this quiz real quick and I'll let you know at the end.
Yeah. I will say this though, I actually really enjoy the opening of this.
It wasn't bad. It's not bad.
It was quite a nice. It's like it kind of like it's an upbeat kind of like
Mm.
quirky little opening. I like the voice on the artist who sang. I don't know who it
I
is.
didn't look
I
it up
just
to be fair because I was like,
no.
I only
Yeah.
ever really look up like when I'm like, oh my god, that song though.
Yeah.
Like
Oh
when
no.
it's like absolute
Yeah.
banger, that's when I'm like, right, I need to put that in the notes and
Yeah.
send it to. That way we have it forever. When
Yeah.
it's like, no, it's an alright song. It's not bad. That's when I'm like,
Yeah.
we might or might not talk about it. So I don't know. So I just don't
Yeah.
go and get it.
I can't. I just I remember like listening, because of obviously going back and watching the episodes again. I was like, yeah, okay. Actually, this opening is quite good. Like, I quite like the upbeatness of it, and
See,
like the voice.
you also know we don't know because it's
Yeah.
not immediately like, bro, playlist material though.
Yeah. It is on the playlist though, to be fair. I have added it to the playlist. But Bocchi Boromaru is the artist. But yeah, no, it's on the Culture Boys playlist. I've added it because I quite like it. So, but again, it's one of those things because I've only listened to it a handful of times. It doesn't like jump out to me. Like, I think that you're right though. When there is a opening that's like, oh, we'll jump out to both of us, like it will get added.
It gets added. It's like it's in the notes. Like I guarantee you, it'll be talked about. Like
Yeah. But yeah, we'll wrap this up here. Is there anything else you want to say, Nathan, before we end this episode?
no, not really.
Nah, of course, yeah, that's out. But yeah, we'll wrap this up here now, guys. Thank you for listening. Have you watched Gintama before? Have you watched Mr. Ginpachi's Zany Class? What are your thoughts? We'd love to hear from you. And yeah, remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell button for future Cultured Boys videos. Click the links in our description. We have all of our podcast platforms down there. And we will see you guys next time for another Cultured Boys episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.